And Kaley Cuoco is going to come to the stage now to do a speech. Thank you.
What the hell, Jacob? My speech is not going to sound like that, okay? That was really, really beautiful. Okay, first off, Sir Gary and Giselle, thank you so much for asking me here today. I'm going to cry because this is a huge, huge honor for me, and I'm shaking. I still can't believe you asked me to do this. So I will start by saying, you can hear me okay? Okay. They say you should never meet your heroes because you will always be disappointed. Well, in this specific case, that could not be farther from the truth. I've been a crazy fan of Gary Oldman for as far back as I can remember. I actually auditioned to play the daughter in Air Force One, and I remember my parents saying, "Oh my God, Gary Oldman is in this." I did not book that role, but I remember watching the film and becoming mesmerized with Gary's performance, even at my young age. Now, Gary has obviously had a lustrous career since Air Force One. Obvious, endless nominations, awards, and accolades. Classic, iconic films, some of my favorites like True Romance, Oppenheimer, the Harry Potter franchise, Darkest Hour, Mank, and his current hit, Slow Horses. But for me, there is one single performance that stands out among the rest, in my opinion. A single guest star cameo on the show Friends. Now, as a comedy girl myself, this will always be my favorite. If you have not seen this episode of television, please go home, YouTube it tonight, you will understand what I'm saying. Gary played a very unprofessional actor who could not stop spitting on Joey Tribbiani, played by Matt LeBlanc. This literally brought me to tears. Genius on all levels. To watch such a seasoned actor who has had such a seriously deep, iconic career filled with intense, incredible roles, step into a comedy like that and make fun of himself, be hysterically funny and silly for the world to see, that to me is iconic and inspirational. On my last show, we were about to shoot a very silly, over-the-top scene, so I got my phone out and I had the entire cast and crew watch this episode of Friends with Gary to prepare. Now, I have never worked with Gary yet. That's a giant yet. When I met my now fiance, Tom Pelfrey, we would talk about our favorite acting jobs and some of our favorite co-stars and who they were. Tom proceeded to tell me his favorite co-star was Gary Oldman, who he worked alongside with on Mank. I couldn't believe it. Tom worked with Gary and is good friends with him. This was my chance, okay? As time went on, I would hear Tom on the phone in the other room laughing hysterically or texting frantically while laughing to himself. He'd hang up the phone and I would say, "Who is that?" And he'd go, "Oh, that's just Gary." Well, I realized over time I could no longer live this way. I could not live knowing Tom knew someone I didn't. And that someone was Gary Oldman. So I became like a toddler in the back seat on a long cross-country road trip saying, "Are we there yet?" But for me, it went like this. Tom, "Hey, what do you want for dinner, babe?" Me, "Pizza. When am I meeting Gary Oldman?" Tom, "Hey, honey, how'd you sleep?" "Oh, I slept great. When am I meeting Gary Oldman?" This went on for a long time. After waiting long enough, the moment did finally come. Tom said, "You want to meet Gary Oldman this weekend?" All my dreams were coming true. Gary and his wonderful wife, Giselle, had invited us to spend the weekend at their gorgeous home. I will not tell details of the weekend, but when we opened the door to their home, a few adorable dogs came running towards us, and I knew I would love these people forever. And wow, did I ever. I spent an evening with the loveliest, down-to-earth, silly, endearing, kindest people I'd ever met. So with that said, in closing, they do say you should never meet your heroes. Well, in this case, you should meet them over and over again because you might just make some amazing memories that will last a lifetime and one day be able to share them at an induction ceremony like this. So, Sir Gary, my new bestie, you are truly one of the real ones in this business, and that is saying a lot. Congratulations on being freaking awesome. And Tom, we no longer need you. I will take on this relationship on myself. You've done well. I will take this on. Congratulations. Thank you for having me. This is amazing.